Go to the Club World Cup. Now, this is something that is going to happen in summer of 2025, which is an interesting one because, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of controversy surrounding this tournament. The Club World Cup, FIFA has basically turned it to a 4-year tournament, expanding, making it bigger, more, I think 32 teams now. And then what used to be known as the Club World Cup before is now the Intercontinental Cup, which the last edition was played very recently. Real Madrid won in Qatar. I do have, obviously, like many other football fans, I do have concerns, especially that this is coming in a time when footballers, more high-profile footballers, are starting to complain about the fixture congestion and so many things. And now players are going to have to go to so many teams are going to have to go to the US to play. And then there's also the issue of football pitches in the US. Most of, probably even all of their pitches are not very soccer friendly, soccer as they call it over there. And so, I've seen a couple of things in the past, about people playing on those pitches and what they're going to do, to maybe revamp the pitches in preparation for the World Cup in 2026. That's also a concern. I don't know. I also heard, media are not really bidding as much for this tournament as they probably should. So it's almost like the interest on the FIFA Club World Cup is not as big as FIFA thought it would. Maybe over time it will change in the months leading to the summer of the tournament, but FIFA have not been able to successfully convince everyone about the allure, so to say, of this tournament. So yeah, that's it for the FIFA for the issues. There's a couple of issues, congestion and all of that. But now it's going to be played every 4 years. So players going off to the US after a really long season to play very competitive tournaments, well, I think enough of the cons. For the pros, I would say more teams get to participate, and, there's a couple of teams from Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns, Al Ahly, a couple of teams that have been consistent on the continent for a while. Teams from South America, Corinthians, Sao Paulo, I think Fluminense. In North America, there's Inter Miami, I think Seattle Sounders, I'm not sure. And in Europe, obviously, there's so many clubs, more of the clubs are from Europe: Real Madrid, Juventus, Chelsea, Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, PSG. There's so many European clubs. So as far as that goes, to give my prediction on who I think will win, I would say is obviously the European teams should dominate, but also because of the nature of this tournament, it's longer now. It's not like in the past when, what used to be the FIFA Club World Cup in the past was basically, they'll play like the first and second rounds, and then the European teams will come because of their own really busy season, will come and join from like maybe the third round, and then they basically just play one match, and then the semi-final and then the final, and they win as usual most of the time. So this time now everybody starts from the group stage, so which is going to be a bit strange to the European teams, but I think for me, the European team will most likely win. But it will not be as easy as they used to find, like what used to be the FIFA Club World Cups of the past. But the team that maybe outside of the European teams, or maybe among European teams that I think would win, I can't really point to anyone in particular because this is the first of its kind. But I would say the team that can adapt to the US the best, the American pitches and maybe the weather of that time, would be the one to lift the maiden edition of the Club World Cup 2025.